Bill, you've said you're an introvert?
Yes. I've never been I'm a jokester sometimes. I say things to people and I find a lot of things funny, but I'm not necessarily an outgoing person to a lot of events, and I think it's the good news and the bad news, because being out with people is very important in this industry for relationships. But I'm very selective, put it that way.
I can identify, I'm also an introvert, and I'm also sensitive to my environment. And I was just wondering, how have you accomplished what you've had with being an introvert and some of the walls that it builds, but also some of the creativity that it creates too from being alone or being in a quiet environment?
Well, I think I've learned how to split the balance between being a relatively decent businessman and also protecting my family and myself from the industry, in terms of it become like something to eat or devour if you are human. And I never wanted my goddaughter, for example, to be swept up into the industry and the press and all that stuff. And so I do my best to create a balance. I definitely want to use the press and stuff when I have a film or an app or a podcast or television, whatever it is that I want to promote. But there are limits.
Sure. So I've heard some people say that they're extroverted introverts. Would you say that as an actor, if someone is an introvert or they are sensitive, that is a good thing to adopt when you have to do a networking event or be on?
Yes, I mean, you have to be aware of your balance. You have to understand that, you owe the investor in your project the responsibility of helping them to get their money back. So you go on the road, you go around the world, you help market, you help promote, because that's part of your job. Because they've trusted you with their dollars. Whatever your personal choices are is one thing, but when you're doing work, if the marketing, getting out there is going to help sell the film and get eyeballs and put dollars back into the investor's pocket, that's your obligation and your responsibility.
And so I guess part of being a professional is showing up even when you don't want to, which I've heard, whether it's singers, actors, whatever, go through. We all have days we don't want to be somewhere, but knowing that it's part of what we have to do and be on.
How can I say? A friend of mine once said, "You become a memoir of many faces that you have to put together to survive and to let people know they're appreciated, even if you're going through a difficult time." It's not always about you. It's about your responsibility, your obligations, all of those things. And it's about you too. You have to make a priority in taking care of yourself. But it's a very competitive business, a difficult business, and when people trust you with their dollars, you have to be responsible for the ROI. And you can't be just, oh, it's about me. It doesn't work.